Since people acquired the capacity to understand and investigate, they have sought for the great secret. The unquestionable solution to the issue was sought by philosophers, scientists and religions alike. What is the purpose of life? This difficult issue led to a broad array of findings, scientific hypotheses, faithful dogmas, philosophical premises and spiritual interpretations. In fact, what does life mean? Is the deepest question that most people are asking themselves in their lives sometime. There are many interpretations of the question itself. Why are we here? Who are we? From where have we come? What's purpose in life? Are we after death to experience life? You too may want to reach the absolute bottom of this enigma called life in order to take the upper hand over everyone else, not even sure how much longer you can hang up if it's not found. Simple and straightforward, you will rarely succeed. All things will probably never be a response. Many people with more ability and expertise have come together empty-handed than you and me. The further you explore, the deeper the enigma becomes. In quest of the miraculous reply to life, you may even journey across the globe. You believe the better, maybe even ashrams in Colorado or the Himalayas in Central South Asia. When you get there, you will find an intriguing discovery. The only answers and illumination you will encounter at ashrams in Colorado or in mountains in India are the answers and illumination you came to. It doesn't mean you're not supposed to learn more about the world. The interesting elements of life are enjoyable to study and discover. Continue to look at numerous things around you to enhance your knowledge. However, some of the deeper aspects are better to stay unknown. It is often less attractive because it is understood too much. For example, the scientific explanation for what the north lights are visible in the night sky of North DSA, Europe, Russia, and Canada. In the very same spirit, a complete knowledge of life, if any, would certainly make life less pleasant. Learn what the magician knows and it is no longer magic, Bach wrote in Illusions. Not to add that pondering life desperately may lead to tension, ulcers, high blood pressure and a failure to achieve achievement. People who were frenzied to seek for the significance of life were known to commit suicide at the extreme. Although if you find the absolute significance of life, you may learn that the quality of your existence does not actually change at all. Your response may be that ultimately life is very worthless, that in the great cosmic scheme of things we are all tiny grains of dust, that we lead a random life, that there is nothing or anything in our lifetime. How can we discover a far better response to life's purpose? Don't get too excited yet, since a new response may not be as deep as you would expect. The ultimate purpose of life, we now can remark, is to find a place to store all your things. In fact, this is just as excellent as any other response. In summary, you should stop being the main investigator for what rocks this world when you wish to lessen your existential anguish. There can be no bursting over the purpose of life to get out there and enjoy all it has to offer. The error most people make when they pursue the purpose of life is to seek the solution rather than live it. Some individuals may provide significance to the quest itself, but it seldom smiles at their faces. How correct would it be if we state, the only reason we can eventually discover to be alive is to appreciate life? There is no need to comprehend this when you lean to appreciate the energy that life has to give. Seen as such, the purpose of life is to live completely, in other words to enjoy the journey. Sadly, no one handed you a book on how to cope with life when you came on this world. In your early adolescence, when you became grown up, you expected life to be just one huge party. How surprising. What a surprise. A few years later, you were aware that life was tough and you had to cope with the real world. In this regard, American philosopher George Santayana believed that life is neither a show or a feast, it is a difficulty. If you hope to live easier along the way, forget about it, whatever your age. What is surprising is that life for everyone is tough. Your existence won't be easily free regardless of how brilliant you are and how rich you are. It is true, to some degree everyone is suffering from stress and discomfort. Incidents of illness, natural catastrophes, accidents, mortality, etc. There is no immune system. The prosperity of this world assumes that the world is a difficult place. Earl Jung, the well-known Swiss psychiatrist, is excited to discover personal and spiritual completeness via painful experiences. "You have trouble," Jung remarked. "They're healthy essentials." Of all, throughout our lives, the world casts curves on us all. Should you ever discover that everything is on your way, you're probably traveling the incorrect one-way street. You may go through a stretch of your life where you do so much that you begin to believe that nothing can go wrong. You will start to believe, as it is anticipated, that you will ultimately comprehend the way life works. Unfortunately, something will break apart your bubble when you are sure that you are under divine direction. When you least expect it, a disaster will hit. But things seem far worse than they are most of the time. There's no nice thing lasting a long period, no terrible thing either. How often have catastrophes disguised as blessings? Someday soon, everything changes. The good is wrong and the terrible is excellent. Gains become losses and losses become profits. Approval may change into rejection and rejection into approval. Errors and reverses contribute to success. Success then results in failure. Life is that. Never again is it too late to begin. As hard as sometimes things become, there are many methods to make life more attractive. Things are as easy as looking at the bright side. When the difficulties of life seem overwhelming, syndicated writer Ann Landers tells us, turn around and see what others face. You may think you're happy. It also enables us to understand that nothing is as severe as it seems initially. The crisis of today is an intriguing tale for tomorrow. We may use another technique that makes it much more difficult for you to live. Life is simpler to live than you believe. All you need is to accept the impossible. In fact, the more you can test the actual world, the more you can. The goal is to make your mind easier and depend on your inner power in order to deal with the tough moments with confidence and success. Life is an apprenticing process and the harsh knocking school is a wonderful instructor. The character does not develop pleasure and comfort, hardship does. You will be ready for the toughest circumstances after you earn your master's in adversity. It is not hopeless circumstances, there are only those who have gained hope for them, said Claire Booth Luce, an American writer and a public figure. Life may be either hard or pretty simple. Nothing has to do with how tough our material surroundings is. How we respond to our surroundings is what manuas are. Paradoxically, it's not always simple to give up on the notion that life is easy. Whenever you feel that life overwhelms you, simply ask that changing mind, yes, life is hard, but then again, in comparison with what? What are your thoughts on meaning of life? Life is though or what? What is your opinion? Please share your thoughts with us in comments section.